Good morning, Gemini, or good evening, good afternoon, whenever you're watching this. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing very well this morning. It's been a very dreary morning. At least where I'm at, it's very rainy, overcast. Last night I did a live stream, but my internet disconnected partway through. So this morning I was called to talk to Geminis again. Yeah. I'm gonna do a little singing bowl. No. Oh, lean forward. Okay. All right. Oracle cards first. Okay. So I'll give you a nice little oracle card to start with, and then we'll go into the tarot. In the mornings, my one hand sometimes gets a little numb, and it's finding a little slight difficulty in the largeness of the, well, it's numb and cramped kind of thing. I think it's like the starts of carpal tunnel. But it's interesting, like these cards are really stretching my hand out this morning. All right, I'll do one more shuffle. And let's see what we got for you today. This is cool. I haven't gotten this card at all before. It's really, really cool. I like reading for other signs because, you know, different energies show up, and so whenever I read for myself, a lot of times the same energies show up, and yeah, let me turn them off. All right, Athila is the card for today. Athila. I like this. I don't know, it looks like he's like staring in contemplation at something really valuable. Alright. When I'm away from you, I'm happier than ever. Athila, meaning nobility. Keyword tradition. Associations. The rune is connected to wealth, but above all, to what we inherit from our ancestors. Image. A noble sheik dressed in luxury studies a golden urn covered with precious stones that most likely is part of the treasure left behind by his ancestors. The runic inspiration. Blood ties, however problematic or intolerable, are still important and implicate us for all of our lives. It is essential to recognize their value and realize that we are the result of our past, and we must start from our roots to develop our heritage that is rich and plentiful. Suggestions for meditation. Do we respect our ancestors and their traditions? Which ties do we find difficult to abandon? And which, on the other hand, would it be wise to rediscover? The power of the rune. Athila anchors us to our identity, reinforces blood ties, and bestows well-being. That's interesting. Maybe there's some family relations or close relations that you're having difficulties with. I know a random thing of advice that just came into my... You don't have to love the person's opinion to love the person. You don't have to put, like, you especially when it comes to blood ties. You know, there's a lot of things you don't have to love or like about the person's opinions or their stances or just you know, those things that can cause strife. Yeah, and so finding like encouragement, yeah, and just seeing and seeing the value in even the situations that you might find strife within, or just like if you have a bad relationship with a sister and you see the value of like we're blood tied kind of thing, and you see that there is like strife between you two, I think it feels just like an encouragement to concentrate on not like saying mean, like be kind when you can, is kind of what I'm getting. Be kind when you can. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to be kind when you can, but like choosing to be kind, I don't know why that's, yeah, but there you go. And let's get into the tarot. Okay. Alright. Spirit, what do you have for Geminis today? What do you want Geminis to know? Ooh, a new start, the Fool, the Emperor in reverse. There is need for order. The Hanged Man, because there's nothing you can do about the situation. You must heal. You must go towards this new beginning of healing, is what I'm getting. There's order that is needed in yeah, there's the yeah, there's, yeah. I was gonna say there's order that's needed in the court, but we're not in a court. We are very much in the land of my home. And my home. I am the only judge. Okay, I'm being a little silly. Alright. But, yeah. Are you trying too hard, or in the past have you tried too hard to assert your will on others or force something to completion? Is someone trying to dominate you or push their will upon you? Are you neglecting to make decisions out of low self-esteem? Are you holding on to the feeling of powerlessness? It's kind of just a overall sign that your energy is out of balance for some reason or another. Maybe it's something that's within your control. Maybe it's something that you need to get away from a person or a place, and that part is within your control. Maybe, yeah, needing to get away from unhappiness, and finding, following your intuition about love and what fills your cup. Following your intuition about what balances you and taking that new start. Oh, I like this. Okay. Taking that new start, working slow and steady. Slow and steady wins the race. The Knight of Pentacles is slow. Slow, but it's got a solid offer. You've got a decision to make for your happiness. The Lover's a decision card. It could be just whatever, between two things, and that, like, there's two options, and they both could potentially give you joy, but one of them probably will give more joy than the other. And it's connected to the 10 of Cups, which is that full happiness, fulfillment, got the family, house, dog kind of situation. If you want to pick a fence situation. But it's telling you to take your time healing. Like, this doesn't happen overnight, you know? Just take your time healing. Use your intuition. Be a loving person, nurture yourself. Because truly, that's the only thing that's like, that could balance you, like, out of this situation. Like, there's a new start. You're having a new start. You may, I mean, I like that it's in the upright position, because it means that at least right now you're not being shoved into that new like, yeah. Because because you're leaving something behind in the past. You're leaving some sort of, I mean, tell me more about this. It's like there might be a situation that there might be someone that's connected to you that is very fiery and makes rash decisions, might be a tad overly sexual, is not abundant, or struggles creating their own abundance, and they stay there by choice. They stay there by choice. You might be exhausted by the love that they give. Like, yeah, okay. I'm getting that you might be healing from a really disappointing situation where for a while there was a lack of equal give and take. And it got to a point where, because things weren't going anywhere, there may have been a really drastic falling apart of the foundation. And you saw that things just, you weren't happy. There's a lot of tears, a lot of crying, a lot of disappointment, a lot of heartbreak. And just, I think it's almost like you're coming to a point where you're seeing that no matter how good the past might feel or look, it's really not going to bring you happiness. And you're realizing that, like, you have to figure out some sort of way to take this new path, and understand that blood ties are still going to be in your life, and that there's an importance about that, but also just knowing how truly important it is for you to move on and have mental clarity and choose the path for you. Like, don't be afraid to leave someone out in the cold. Don't be afraid to say, like, hey, I gave what I was willing to give, and now I see that, like, you can't come back now that I'm getting like a love situation right now. And it's probably because there's a lot of cups but I'm getting a lot of love, and just a situation of like, I just feel like someone's really trying to love themselves because there's this really intensive heartbreak that happened. And I just kind of am pissed off because there's this energy of like somebody seeing your cups and wanting to come back it's giving narcissistic energy, honestly. It's like that, oh, you got your cups up again, do you? Let me come back. And it's like, nah. We are, I mean, I'm seeing the Hierophant at the bottom. It's like, halt. This is not how things, like, if, I don't know. I think it's just, it's interesting. It feels like a, Spirit, could you give me one more clear thing to tell Geminis? You have to search for that balance. Yeah. For some reason or another, timing, a lack of equal give and take, there is not balance in this situation. And the Chariot will not move. In this situation, this heartbreak, this imbalance causes a lack of movement, causes the Chariot to stop in its track, and things don't happen there because you've learned lessons and you're really trying to take those lessons and move. Like, yeah, maybe it's been hard. Maybe you feel like you've been fighting and fighting and fighting and it's just been like mad. But like, it's exhausting. And there's things that you don't, there's things you don't see. The mysteries and temptations of manipulation and unabundant energies are exhausting. A total asshole is greedy or stubborn. That's sad. I don't know. A total asshole is greedy and stubborn. And order. Yeah, you might just need to seek out some help, some wisdom from someone you trust that has, you know, it could be, maybe if you go to a church, it could be somebody in a church you trust. Maybe if you go to a coffee shop and there's a wise person there that you chit-chat with, maybe you want to talk to them. Maybe you have a mentor somewhere and you want to talk to them. But I think there's a suggestion of, I think you know what you should do, but because there's so much heartache, it's hard to do that without the backup support. And so, in order to take this new journey, it's important to move on from your temptations and continue to work your hardest to see all the options that you have, and to not be overwhelmed, you know, find clarity. Yeah. It's just a lot of like, find clarity, you know, seek advice. There's been a lot of fighting, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of fighting, and a lot of heartbreak. That's really showing up a lot here. And if you have finally decided on what you want, stick to it. Like, there's a possibility that you've moved past the disillusionment, and yeah, you need to move past the disillusionment. There might be someone that hasn't. There might be someone that actually, like, I don't know, it feels like it's the energy of someone that thinks that they can have their cake and eat it too. Like I don't, it's just weird to me. It's like someone's walking back to the Nine of Cups. Like they think they can backtrack. I don't know why. I think it's just so I'm getting this is funny. Why do you think you can backtrack? That's funny. Like that's funny. That's funny. That's what I'm getting. Like you think? I don't know. That's funny. That's so interesting. That's funny. But yeah, that's yeah, because someone's focused on their well-being, their happiness, and so they are going forward and back and forward and back. And if there's any sort of fears, it's ones that they're inflicting. Is this the same person from this? Yeah. And so, yeah, Spirit's just guiding you to use your intuition and go forth in the, you know, what really makes you happy and fulfilled. What really makes you passionate and what doesn't exhaust you. Like, you don't deserve that exhaustion, that, like, the only queen or king out here is you. That's what, or at least I think that's your energy. The Queen of Cups is your energy, or it's the energy you're supposed to embody. And the rest of the... Alright, yeah. Ask for guidance. This is a sign that this is what Spirit has to... Yeah, ask for guidance. You've worked really, really hard to get where you are right now. And I know it's probably just, you know, everything's just a lot, but you're on this new beginning. You're on this new path, and that's really exciting. And it might be full of ups and downs. It might be really stressful and sometimes, but it's still like, this path is going to get you so much further than the one before. It's kind of like what I'm getting. Like, you don't see potential in the situation from before. You feel like nothing can come from it. But it's also, maybe you're feeling a little scared to take that new step forward. Maybe networking, making friends, all of that might be really difficult for some reason. Just some sort of, like, maybe we're really wanting to move forward in this imbalanced situation, wanting to have hope still with it, but things are proving to not work out that way. And you're being guided to ask for help. Ask for guidance. I mean, honestly, I feel like that's why some of you are here. Because you need some guidance. And Spirit's like, hey, here's some guidance. Yeah. That's hard. Anything from here, Spirit? One more card? Alright, that's all. We got nice little another 3 swords. It's about heartbreak. You gotta start healing that heart because it's really, really hard to get through heartbreak. So, yeah. I'm just seeing that there's little fairies on this one, and it makes me think like the fairies are gonna come and help heal you. They're gonna help pull those little fairies on them. Is it here? And there's some up here. And it's like they're gonna pull these little swords out of your heart and be like, don't worry, we got you. You're gonna be nice and happy and healthy and have a full heart before you even know it. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Gemini, for being here. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take what's yours, leave the rest behind, and I'll see you next time.